right, welcome back, everybody. Jared, Bob, Sarcasm Speaks. Yeah, you guys all know what you're doing, what you're listening to, what you're watching.
So not for them, but has it been a week for us?
I was just gonna say it's been a week. It feels nice to be back. So for you guys, it's like nothing has ever changed.
Except we told you that we were recording like way ahead of time.
Yeah, but for us, we haven't recorded an actual like live episode in like a week. Like obviously our schedule was all off and messed up because we had open houses and we're selling the house and actually sold. Well,
we accepted
an offer. We're in the process of selling the house. So yeah, that's going on. But now we should be back to regularly scheduled programming, at least for the next 2 weeks before we have to figure out the moving situation.
Yeah, I mean, we got a month.
Yeah. So we do have a little bit of time here, but I'm going to be messing with this thing again because I think I put it in the wrong spot.
Nice job, fucking dickhead.
Yeah, I know.
That was probably 90 seconds.
Yeah, that was at about 70 seconds.
There you
go. So before we get to anything actual of like substance, as much as I have missed doing this in a week, we have some victory laps to take here.
All right, what do we got?
We got 2 victory laps. So because we're the smartest people ever.
That is confirmed.
We are always right.
I don't say things unless I'm right.
This is true. I don't even know the dates, but so, because I had a couple people reach out to me being like, oh, how come you didn't talk about the tiger thing? Like after it happened. And I was like, oh, we did, but it's not going to come out until the following Monday. Because our schedule when we recorded versus when we released, everything was all fucky and messed up. But, however, if you go back, I don't know what this is now, 2 weeks ago, whenever we recorded on like a Friday night, I think we opened up, arguing about whether or not there's going to be a war. Not arguing. We were in a disagreement over whether or not there's going to be a war and whether there's going to be like, and I believe we actually used Syria as an example.
Well, yeah, because I was, and I don't remember exactly what my direct take was, but I think my argument was, what's the point of going to war in the Middle East? Mm-hmm. What was like, I don't see why, like what there would be to kickstart it.
Yeah.
Because I was on the premise of there needs to be something that happens.
Yeah. And I said, no, there doesn't.
And this is why I'm a huge cocksucker.
Yes.
Because quite literally nothing happened.
Yep. And
we bombed the shit out of Syria.
6 days later, maybe 6 days after we recorded that episode, we bombed Syria. We hit it with an airstrike. So granted,
on that one.
Granted, there hasn't been like an official declaration of war, but typically the way this thing goes is we bomb you, you bomb us, we retaliate again, and then not bomb. Like they're not going to come bomb the United States.
Oh,
but
they'll bomb like their own country.
Yeah. We bomb you, you bomb us, or maybe we bomb you, you shoot at us, you blow up one of our like U.S. barracks somewhere, then we bomb you again, and then before you know it, after like 3 months, the president's like, well, we have to declare war because they're attacking us multiple times.
Here's a question for you. I know we'll get back to the victory lap, so we're going to tangent for a second because I just thought of this. Mm-hmm. If Syria put out an assassination on Donald Trump, what do you think would happen?
Oh, wow. You would get half of the country cheering. Yeah,
well, so the reason I bring it up, and I think it's actually somewhat thought-provoking, is I genuinely don't think the left citizens of the left, I don't think they want to go to war.
Leftists.
I don't think leftists want to go to war.
Yeah.
But the government left does want to go to war, right? Yeah. Is that kind of where we're at?
Yeah.
If Syria, someone from over here came and assassinated Donald Trump, what would the government left do?
They would declare war.
They would use it.
Yep.
Wouldn't that almost like abandon
Yep.
everyone
Yep.
that they're a part of.
Yep. Well, it's already starting.
Thus-
Like everyone hates Biden already.
I don't know that. Thus confirming that despite them being the left, they're still fucking politicians.
Correct.
And it's still government.
Correct.
They're not here for you.
Nope.
Oh, man, I wish that would fucking play out. Oh, my God, I wish that fucking scenario would play out. It won't.
No.
Because Syria won't come for Trump. They'll come.
No.
They would go for someone they don't like.
Yeah.
Because I think for the most part, Trump left them alone, right?
Yeah, no, Trump was pretty good for the Middle East.
Yeah.
Weird. He was actually pretty good for like international relations because
Man.
he was the first sitting president to go sit with the fucking leader of North Korea since the Korean War. He helped broker 5 peace deals in the Middle East. Like he started no new war. So like, say what you want about him, but as far as like international relations go, he kind of fucking hit a home run.
Yeah. Man, that would fucking cause such a divide. I would love to watch that. I would
Yeah.
love to sit back and watch that.
Yeah.
Because I agree with you. I think that if they assassinated Donald Trump, any nation, I'm just using Syria
Yeah.
because it's relevant.
Yeah.
I think the government would respond the way that if it was Obama that got assassinated.
Correct. Yeah, they would declare war. They would say
And that's a logical thing. Like
Right.
if Clinton gets shot tomorrow and you
Right.
can tell it's a Syrian national sent by the Syrian government,
yeah.
you assume you're going to war because that's
Right.
an act of war, like whatever.
Right.
You assume that.
Yeah.
But if Trump gets assassinated,
Yeah.
there's gonna be so many people in this country that would like be like parading
Yeah.
and happy about it. Which, first of all, you're all fucking fucked. You people are fucked.
Anytime you celebrate
You
death,
people are
you're
fucking sick.
Yeah.
Whether you like the guy or not, you guys are fucking sick.
That's disgusting. Like people were celebrating when Rush Limbaugh died a few weeks ago. That's,
Yeah, and when
it's disgusting.
Tiger got in the car accident,
Yeah.
you people are fucking fucked.
Yeah,
you
fuck all
people
you
are
people.
really fucked.
You root for like personal injury and death, you can go fuck yourself.
Never mind, because if that
You're a
scenario
dog
did
shit
happen,
human being.
you're going to war. Like you
Yeah.
need to know that. So if you're going to applaud that, and then you're going to be mad about the war,
You're an
then
idiot.
you are just a huge, huge walking douche.
Yep. Yeah. Man. Yeah, that would be pretty wild.
Because that's the thing is like I have no allegiance to any politician, so it's like I
No,
don't.
I
don't
actually
want,
hate them all. I
So,
have an opposite to
listen.
an allegiance to all of them.
I don't want anybody just to die for no reason.
No.
There's no reason to sit here and be like, oh well, it would be great to see if Trump got assassinated just for the fun.
Yeah.
Like, no, you can't say that.
no, that's fucked up.
Like I don't like that's not what I mean.
Right.
But my lord,
If that were to happen.
actually, I guess the way you could do both sides is an assassination attempt that failed because they probably still would go to war,
That's true too, yeah.
and then he would so no one dies.
Right.
Imagine that presser after that.
Oh man.
But yeah,
I am the
yeah,
strongest man alive. Syria couldn't kill me.
Yeah. You bring your weapons here, not good enough. Yeah.
Truthfully, it was a sad attempt. It's just sad.
Yeah, attempt on my life, and I came out of it.
Yeah. Look at this. In the last year, I won an election that was rigged against me. I beat COVID. I beat an assassination attempt. What can I do?
I am a god.
Yeah. That's literally how it would go.
That would be phenomenal.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, back to your victory lap.
So we hit that. And the second one is Tiger Woods. On the following episode that we recorded on a Sunday, when Tony Finau blew it
Yep.
and lost, we talked about Tiger, and you had mentioned that he looked like fucked out of his mind, that he looked like he came right off of a bender.
no, he was.
Like he looked real bad. And then 3 days later, he got in that car accident.
Yeah.
So
Actually, I think it was.
we predicted a conflict with Syria 6 days before it happened, and then we
2.
predicted,
He got in an accident on a Tuesday. I remember that.
yeah, and then we predicted Tiger Woods 2 days before it happened.
What's the
Or
thing?
not
So
necessarily predicted,
No,
but
so
like we talked about it, and then it happened.
Nikos tweeted, and Nikos is fucking great. He's awesome. Do you plan on talking about Dr. Seuss today?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we can.
I'll save
jump
that.
into it.
I'll save that. But so Nikos tweeted, he goes, I think he tweeted a picture of Tiger. He goes, based on Tiger's interview in this picture, who is surprised that he fucking wrecked his car today?
Right.
The
right.
guy is blasted.
Yeah.
And there's no evidence of whatever. I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
Again, who couldn't? I don't know how it happened. I mean, did you see him at Riv?
Right? Did you pay attention? Are you watching TV? Yeah. So let's hop into that. So originally, this started with what I had seen last week or 2 weeks ago. It started with Virginia. There was a school system in Virginia that canceled Dr. Seuss.
Okay.
Because he's a racist or whatever. And then that essentially started like a cascade. And it avalanched into President Biden saying that he will not be using Dr. Seuss in Read Across America, which, do you know how that got its start? It's Dr. Seuss. But yeah, I guess we can just ignore that because it all gets kicked off on, I believe it's either March 1st or March 2nd, which is Dr. Seuss's birthday, which was like for years and years and years, like that's what kicked off your Read Across America month was Dr. Seuss's birthday because he did so much for children's books. But hey, whatever. We're just going to ignore that now. Also, it's really funny because people have been posting memes of screenshots of Obama talking about how awesome Dr. Seuss was and how it's great that like he wrote children's books and he was able to start reading novels and get to where he was as a speaker by starting out reading Dr. Seuss books. And then Michelle Obama had pictures taken of her with like a bunch of kids sitting around her and she's reading a Dr. Seuss book to them all. And then everyone's like, well, how come Dr. Seuss wasn't racist in 2012? When Barack and Michelle Obama were parading it, but now all of a sudden it's racist. So it's people are just fucking morons. Is what it comes down to.
I'm trying to fuck. He tweets so much.
Oh, Nikos.
Yeah.
Oh, I know the tweet you're talking about. When it said he wrote his books in the 1920s.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes something along the lines of Dr. Seuss wrote all of his books in the 1920s, and you guys are surprised that there's some racist shit in there.
Yeah. No, that's actually Dr. Seuss was writing books in 1920, and y'all are surprised there was racist shit in the books.
Yeah. Like, come on, like it's what happens. Like whatever. Like it doesn't make it like excusable or any different, but like that was the time. Like it's not like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It also,
why can't we look at this like book by book?
Also define racist
whatever.
things in the book.
So that part I don't know.
Because
I genuinely don't know enough context.
I would really be surprised if any Dr. Seuss book had like the N-word or like was calling people like, I don't know, like beaners. Or like, you know what I mean? Like I guarantee you there's no racial epithets in Dr. Seuss books. So like, how do we get to the point where it's racist? Because one group of people is signaling out another group of people and holding them down? Because that could be literally any book ever written, because that's a plot of a lot of different fucking books and movies and stories. Like,
well, I think people forget that the ending of Horton Hears a Who is really just actually a big lynch mob.
Yeah.
People forget.
Is that what it actually is? I don't know.
No, I think it's something about fucking trees and shit. I don't know.
I thought that was the Lorax.
Oh, fuck. What's Horton Hears a Who? Is that the elephant?
Could be the elephant. I don't know. It's been literally almost 30 years since I've read a Dr. Seuss book.
Use the Grinch easier?
Yeah, Grinch. Yeah.
I think people are more familiar with the Grinch.
Yeah.
People
love the Grinch.
Yeah, people forget that at the original ending of the Grinch was he gives back all the gifts and then he persecutes all the Who's for their beliefs.
Yeah. So how long before Disney gets canceled? Because
too strong.
Well, no, the original Disney stories were from the Brothers Grimm, who are these, which their last name is a coincidence, but the stories are very grim. No pun intended there. But it's like Sleeping Beauty, like in the real story of Sleeping Beauty, like Prince Charming comes in and rapes her while she's asleep. Like, oh, spoiler alert, I guess, if you didn't know that. But like the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, I think one of the dwarfs has like a drug problem. He's like addicted to some kind of drug. Like it's really fucked up. Like these actual stories are fucked up. And what Walt Disney did, which he was not a good person anyway.
No, he was a piece of shit too.
He took those stories and he made them into like kids' stories. So my question is, how long before these idiots that don't know this figure this out? And then they're like, well, we have to cancel Sleeping Beauty because it promotes rape culture, because the original story was written here, and then this is just they're pacifying rape culture. That's what's going to happen. I guarantee you. Someone somewhere is going to finally figure out the truth, like the actual stories behind the Disney stories, and then they're just going to go try and cancel it.
I wonder if Disney's too powerful for that.
They are. They will be.
Because
but it's not going to be. It's not going to be for lack of trying. Like someone's going to try, and it's not going to work.
So in basketball, 1998. There was a joke in that movie where Yasmin Bleeth says that Coop is, you can find him at the biggest exploitation of child and whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And then the guy goes, option number 2, Coop is in Disneyland. Like, everyone knows for years it's been terrible.
Right.
Like, the Jungle Book is fucked.
Yeah.
Like,
well, even because they've already tried to cancel William Shakespeare. So as soon as they figured out that the Lion King is Hamlet, like they're going to try and cancel that. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
like also, hey, spoiler again, if you didn't know, the Lion King is Hamlet. Like
Hamlet or Hamlet 2?
The one with Kenneth Branagh?
Wait, not everyone died in the Lion King. Everyone dies at the end of Hamlet.
I know. Walt Disney put spins. Like Walt Disney did not, I'm pretty sure, did not create any original work. He just took stuff that already exists and then like turned it into like cartoons.
Genius.
Yeah.
That's just having a good team around you.
Yeah, and I think the one that like didn't get a lot of change to it was Hansel and Gretel, because they actually did get eaten. Or did they get eaten in the cartoon?
I don't even know, dude.
They get eaten in the actual story.
I fucking don't even know.
Yeah.
Tell you one thing, my knowledge of Disney plot lines very, very weak, because I haven't watched Disney movies in so fucking long.
So from what I gathered, you know the you know the Snow White ones with Kristen Stewart?
Yes.
From what I've heard, that is more closer to the original story than actual Snow White.
So the other thing with Disney, though, is the original story is so unknown and so insignificant.
Well, it was written in German. Like it's in this like old German dialect from the brothers, like the Grimm brothers, you know, like it's.
There's also a common theme here. Everything that's getting canceled are books so far.
Yeah.
Because books are they're insignificant.
Yeah, well, people are trying to cancel Eminem right now, and they can all go fuck themselves.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
You want to see fucking good music come back out? Try to cancel him.
Yeah. Yep.
He will come back.
So what's hilarious is I sent this video to a couple people I saw on Instagram. I think Vinny sent it to me originally. And it was like this girl who made like a rap to Eminem, one of Eminem's songs, and she just shredded like the Gen Z, because she talks about how like all these Gen Z people are now trying to cancel Eminem, and they're like the gist of it is you have no idea who Eminem is, because if you go after him, he's gonna absolutely shred you, like rip you to fucking pieces, because that's what he's done forever. There was some rapper, remember there was some young rapper who might be like bigger now because he's older, but like this was maybe like 4, 5, 6 years ago. He was like a Vine person or something, like, you know, he was like stupid famous on some stupid app, and he went after Eminem and said Eminem was bullshit, and then Eminem released like an entire song, like a 3-minute song about how this kid was a fucking loser. And then we never heard back from the other kid. Because like it's Eminem, like you do not go after him. Like he does literally whatever he wants, and then he can shred you any way he feels like it.
Yep. And he'll have no problem doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Related though, Chris D'Elia going for him now.
Yeah. Is he back?
No, they're going for him now. Apparently,
Again?
Some 17-year-old.
That was a while ago. That was last year.
Oh, that's back in the news again.
Back again.
Yep.
Probably because he started popping back out again. So he kind of went underground after last year because this came out, I don't know, around like May or June. There was a bunch of people that started getting popped for like Me Too like stuff.
Yep.
Around the summertime in 2020.
Yep.
And then the joke was like in pop culture was like everyone's so fucking bored because there's nothing to do because everything was locked down. They're just like trying to find people to like throw under the bus.
Yeah, and it seems like they went after comedians who are like just famous enough, but not famous enough.
Yeah, because they hit Chris D'Elia.
Brian Callen.
They hit Brian Callen. And right now, finally, so they both went underground after the summer. And Brian Callen has finally resurfaced, I would say, in the last like month. And then I just started seeing Chris D'Elia's posts again on Instagram, like literally last week. So it's
I saw
funny.
it on Twitter. He was trending again.
Yeah.
And he was trending with the with the whatever it was with the 17-year-old.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna search really quick and see if it pops.
yeah, because I know they did try. Well, they did actually get him. They didn't try and get him. They did get him last summer, and like I said, he had to go underground. I think he might have paused his podcast for a little while. I don't know. I wasn't a regular listener of it anyway. His stand-up is great. I don't know if the allegations ended up becoming true or not. But I didn't hear anything. I feel like it's one of those situations where, like, if it is true, you would hear that it's true. And then because you hear nothing, it might have just fizzled out because it wasn't true. Because I think that's what happened with Callen. I'm pretty sure Brian Callen was able to prove that, like, none of it like held water. Because one of the accusations against Callen was from, like, 25 years ago. It was, like, something about, like, 1998, like there was an alleged like something that happened, and he was like, "Are you shitting me? Like in 1998, you're gonna this is what we're gonna do." He was actually pretty vocal against it though, because most guys when they get popped for stuff like that, they just kind of like disappear and go away. Callen fought back hard at first, and then he did eventually leave Fighter and the Kid, his podcast with Brendan Schaub, and then he kind of went dark for a little while, but then he popped up here and there, and now he's back, like back. He has a new podcast. He's been on Fighter and the Kid, so he's been posting again on social media, you know. So he, I like Callen. I mean, I don't know the guy obviously, but I would be hard pressed to find out that those allegations were true and he did actually like sexually assault someone.
So I think why Chris D'Elia popped back up is I think he's facing a new lawsuit and released an apology video.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. People want to just go right back at him. Yeah, we're canceling everything. Fuck it. We're not going to be allowed to do anything anymore. I actually saw this really funny video. I'm a big fan of JP Sears. I follow him on Instagram. He does like funny like parody videos, and he released one today of like a super woke anti-racist training, and in what like the whole premise is like making fun of like Coke, how they came out in Coca-Cola, not cocaine.
Who would make fun of cocaine?
Yeah, it's a hell of a drug. So Coca-Cola obviously has their like thing going on right now where they're telling people to be less white. They like sent out this whole thing to their employees. So he's going through and like just a real quick clip.
Oh no, that's
Yep. So a clip of JP Sears' video, which I started dying laughing because this is literally what we're getting into now. And he's a parody, but still, like it's gonna happen. It's similar to Titania McGrath on Twitter. So he's got this guy with him in the skit, and he goes, "Look at your skin. look at this. This is the problem. He goes, you need to be less white. You need to adopt more things from black culture. And so then like the guy says something and then he goes, well, now you're culturally appropriating black culture, which is racist.
I'm like,
and I died laughing because it's so true. That's what's going to happen. When you tell white people to be less white and be more like African Americans, then you're just going to turn around tomorrow when they're being like African Americans and telling them that they're appropriating African American culture and that they're racist again.
yeah, we already went through this. We went through this about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
There was the term was it? Oh, it was just wigger. That was a term.
Yeah.
People used to call other people that.
Yep.
That was a thing.
Yep.
There was also a period of time where white people were getting cornrows.
Yeah.
White people wearing do-rags.
Yep. Nah, early to mid 2000s.
That's what I'm saying. Like, again,
Yeah.
like probably peaked right around 2003.
Yeah, I was just going to say somewhere between 1997 and 2004.
Yeah,
so
like white people wearing FUBU.
Yep.
Like the hats.
Oh, yeah.
Like jerseys, hats. Like
Yep.
we've already done this.
People my size shopping at big and tall section.
Yes. Like, we've already done this. And that's exactly what it is. It's like, oh, be less white. No.
Yeah.
You do not want to tell people that.
Right.
You will not like the outcome.
Right.
Very, very bad thing to tell people to be less white. That is so fucking bad. Because you tell white people to be less white, and they're just going to go to the stereotypes.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah. Yes.
Also, if you told me be less white, and I sat here and go, let me try to pick not a stereotype.
Yeah.
What the fuck is less white without going to a stereotype?
Yeah. But so you're saying that logic doesn't exist in these people's minds.
I'm just saying, it's like, so if I pick any of my clients at the gym, and I take some of the white ones and I take some of the black ones, there's no difference.
No.
If I have a black financial advisor and a white financial advisor, they're both financial advisors.
Correct.
One drives a nice car, the other drives a nice car.
Yeah. Yeah, right. It's like one drives a Mercedes, one drives a Lexus. You know what I mean? It's like, who cares? Like, they're both.
Yeah, like one enjoys football, the other enjoys football.
Yeah. One wears a Versace suit, the other wears a Gucci suit.
No, it's like, and it's like, what? There is no way that you can tell white people to be less white and not have it completely fucked up.
What you're doing by that is you're promulgating stereotypes, like, by definition, because you, instead of just saying like everyone be their own individual person, and that is the whole United States, we are the quote melting pot. That's what everyone says that we are, which I don't disagree with. I'm just, for satire reasons. We are this melting pot here, but now you have these people that are like, well, be less white. Well, now you're ignoring the fact that we're supposed to be a melting pot, and you're signaling out individual races for what? How they dress, how they carry themselves.
Yeah,
like,
so
what does be less white mean? And then what you're doing is you're promulgating the stereotypes, because now you're acknowledging that there is a certain way to be if you're black, or not necessarily black, but there's a certain way to be if you're non-white, and there's a certain way to be if you are white. It's like, what do you do? Like, you don't see what you're doing here. You're so wrapped up in your own fucking horse shit that you literally can't see the forest for the trees and what you're doing. Like, you're creating more problems by doing this.
That is absolute definition creating more issues.
Yeah.
Because again, it happened back in 2003, because I don't even like, honestly, today, I don't even like, what the fuck would you do today?
Right.
Like, I don't even know.
There's no such thing as dressing black or dressing white. Or,
No, because like I said, the guy who, the two financial advisors, they're both probably wearing a button-up shirt and pants. Mm-hmm. And then a guy that doesn't necessarily need to dress up like that might be wearing like a sweatshirt and sweatpants.
Yeah.
That's what I wear every day.
Yeah.
Like, am I doing this right?
Right.
And then again, like in 2003, if you told white, and again, because I was in the fucking 8th grade, 2003, I think so.
Roughly, yeah.
You tell white kids, oh, you got to really be less white. They were going to go out, get fucking jerseys,
They were going to go
hats,
to PCX at the Meadow Glen Mall.
They were going to get fucking fake grills like Paul Wall.
Yep. Do you remember the chains with the spinner rim on it?
Yep.
Yep.
Band-Aid across the face like Nelly. Like, that's what people were going to do.
Yeah.
So all you're doing is telling those kids, like, find a black celebrity and do what they do.
Right.
But that doesn't mean anything. All you're doing is copying a famous black person.
Right.
That's not doing anything.
No.
Like, be less white. Should I go get an ice cream cone tattooed on my face and write Burr?
Yeah.
Like Gucci Mane?
Yeah. Well, no, that's cool because Post Malone has face tattoos, so that's white. So you can't have face tattoos. Or Post Malone is appropriating black culture because he has face tattoos. It's like, what are we like? I could see that argument. Like, what are we doing? Since when does a culture own something? Like,
It's just a lot easier if everyone just shut the fuck up.
exactly. And again, the whole fucking thing is we're supposed to be a melting pot. We're supposed to be,
that's bullshit.
the United States is supposed to be this place where everyone is welcome and we all blend cultures and we all get better and we all learn.
But so it's never been that.
No, I know. But that's what's told.
Yeah. But it has never been that.
No.
And white people really fucked up that part.
Yeah.
And now white people are pissed because it's like, well, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? It's like,
yeah, it's not even just there are multiple examples too, because I'm thinking of like the waves of immigrants from Ireland.
That's what I'm
and
talking.
Italy,
So
where they are.
That's what
white.
I'm talking about.
So it's not. It hasn't, and this shows that it's not 100% racial undertones. I can't say that there's no race involved at all because there is, but it's the difference factor. Whereas in the 1920s or from the late 1800s,
Yeah, it was just immigrants.
when all the Italians came over,
all immigrants were.
they were
fucking
all
hated.
treated like dog shit.
The only difference now is if
Before them, it was the Irish.
Right. The only difference is now, if you get immigrants from Ireland or England or whatever, it's like, oh, their accent's awesome. Like, they're so cool.
Yeah.
You get immigrants from Haiti, people don't like that.
Right.
That's the fucking difference now.
Right.
But, so that's why it's like now, like back in the day, it used to be any immigrant was a problem.
Right.
Now it's, where like white people are sitting here trying to like defend themselves, and it's like, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Just shut up.
Just keep your mouth shut.
Shut up and you should be fine.
Yeah.
Just shut the fuck up. When you start fucking opening your mouth, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Cause like I had a kid last night. He was like, they're like doing like the fucking race thing. I'm like, dude, you are not smart enough to do this shit.
Yeah.
You are not fucking smart enough.
Yeah.
To do this. I'm like, you're gonna fucking run your mouth out and get your ass kicked. No, he doesn't get it because I think, and I was talking to his father. His father's in law enforcement.
Yeah.
But his mother sits at home and watches Fox News all fucking day.
Yeah.
So that's what this kid's watching.
So
and
they live in an echo chamber.
it's like, oh no. But the father at least is reasonable.
Yeah.
If he doesn't like a group of people, it's probably because they're shooting at him.
Correct.
Because he works for Homeland in some capacity. Like that type of law enforcement. He's not just like local PD.
Right. Right.
But the mother sits there and watches God knows what. So he sits there and watches God knows what. And then is trying to like, again, defend being white. It's like, stop doing that.
Yeah.
Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah. You're creating more problems for yourself.
No one wants to listen to you.
That's what it is. People can't keep their mouths shut, and what they're doing is creating more problems.
It's so bad.
Yeah. People are fucking morons, is what it comes down to, actually. You know who's not a moron, actually, is I got to pull this up. Representative Gosar. So there's this guy. Oh, no shit. Is he a dentist?
Was he an elf?
So there's this guy, Representative Paul Gosar, Congressman Paul Gosar. He is a congressman from Arizona. And so we all know that, like, right now they're trying to pass the new COVID stimulus bill or whatever. And everyone's flipping out because there's so much shit hidden in it. And this is not new. This is so, hey, welcome to fucking politics. If you had no idea, this is how shit goes. Whenever a group of people or a group of politicians try and pass a bill, what they do is they name it something catchy. See the Patriot Act, because who's going to vote against the Patriot Act? Something called a patriot, or the CARES Act, because we care. Or when they tried to push through the second one before and it's called the HEROES Act. How are you going to vote against heroes? So this is what they do. They name it something catchy, or they choose to highlight the quote good parts of the bill. And then what they don't say is that the bill is like 1,200 pages long, and that tucked in somewhere between page 750 and 825 is like a pay raise for everyone in Congress, or like some stupid bullshit. So what's going on right now that people are railing about is we have the second COVID stimulus bill that got passed through the House, but now the Senate is bitching, and Republicans in the House that didn't vote for it are saying that, because Nancy Pelosi is championing it, the amount of money, there's $1.9 trillion in this stimulus bill. And everyone in the United States would get $1,400 checks, which plus the $600 that we got before, there's your $2,000 that Donald Trump wanted from the beginning. But so in this bill, this $1.9 trillion bill, there's funding for a brand new subway system in San Francisco, which is Nancy Pelosi's district that she is the representative of. So there's all this like weird random shit tucked in there that people are flipping out about, like, Republican congressmen and senators and all this. And now the public is like, well, there's $1.9 trillion and then we're going to pay $9 billion of that to Nancy Pelosi so she can have a new train system in her district and all this shit. And this is what I say, hey, welcome to politics. This is how it always goes. This is what happens. So they always tuck shit in there and they sneak shit in. It happened in Massachusetts on a lower level. They tried to. Back, what was it? Like April, May, remember? They had some COVID stimulus bill as far as the state of Massachusetts went, and someone tried to tuck in sports gambling, and then Chucky Dickhead said no. He goes, no, we can't put sports gambling in a COVID relief bill for the state.
Nope,
because
make sense.
Because it's only going to bring in hundreds of millions of dollars, if not billions, for tax revenue on sports gambling. We can't do that. That's not how you recover from a global pandemic. But this is what happens. So that all being said, Representative Paul Gosar. So I just Googled him and it says Paul Gosar DDS, which I believe is a dentist. I think this guy's a fucking dentist, which is pretty fucking hilarious. So he is, I don't know what he is. I don't really care, to be honest. Oh, he is a former dentist on Wikipedia. So he is a Republican from Arizona's 4th district. He said, well, if we are so dead set on this bill costing $1.9 billion, he goes, why don't we give every American a $10,000 check?
Whoa.
And now everyone's flipping out. Like Congress is freaking out. Like, we can't do that. That's way too much money. And he goes, well, $1.9 billion would equate to, or $1.9 trillion. I'm sorry. Have I been saying billion the entire time? It's trillion. $1.9 trillion. He goes, what that equates to is everyone in the country gets a $10,000 check. So if that's how much money we want to spend and we want to actually promote, COVID relief, and we're okay with spending 1.9 trillion, well, why don't we just give all that money to the people anyway?
Can't do that.
And now everyone's flipping out. And you know what's funny is the news isn't covering this.
Nope, because I haven't heard that.
The news is not talking about it because they don't want people to know. They don't want people to realize that this $1.9 trillion, only something like 9 or 10% of it is going towards actual COVID-related things, whether that's the $1,400 checks, the extra money to school systems for whatever they need. You know what I mean? Like that stuff, like 10% of 1.9 trillion is actually going to COVID-related things, and the other 90% of this is going to frivolous things that have nothing to do with COVID. So good on the dentist,
That's because he's not a politician.
Paul Gosar, for saying, well, if this is how much we're okay with spending, let's give it to the people. Let's actually make it a COVID relief bill. And the reason why I feel like the media isn't covering it is because if the general masses got a hold of that, they would latch on so fucking fast. You know how pumped people are for getting free, quote, free money. This $1,200 check we got last year, and then the $600, and now everyone's pumped up for the $1,400. Could you imagine what the public would do if they found out that this guy was like, 1.9 trillion equates to $10,000 for everybody, so why don't we just do that? Everyone would be like, yeah, I'll take $10,000 right now. But it just goes to show you the bullshit that is in politics every single day in and day out. And these people still refuse to believe it. It's like they forgot. They got an amnesia for 4 years, and they were like, Trump is such a bullshit person. He's a bad person. He's a bad politician. Politics, blah, 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 blah. Fuck politics, blah, 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 blah. Fuck politicians. Oh, Joe Biden, he's going to be different. He loves us. He's going to do everything for us. This is what he says. And then he doesn't. And all these politicians go right back to being pieces of shit. And it's like, people are surprised. It's like, hey, do you know what every single politician has done prior to 2016 when Donald Trump got elected? This exact bullshit that's going on right now. It's just that you thought it was just Donald Trump for 4 years, and you couldn't remember before 2016, or you didn't care.
No, you didn't vote back then.
You didn't care, but Donald Trump made you care about politics, and now all of a sudden you're upset because these politicians are lying. Well, guess what? Welcome to politics.
Yeah, this is how it has been literally 100% of the time outside of 4 years.
Yep. This is how politics has run probably since fucking John Adams. Like, I would like to think that George Washington did okay. But
don't be that dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there was definitely politics going on then too. But you know what I mean? Like, there's always bullshit politics going on. But so to quote Dan Holloway, one of my faves from over at the Drinking Bros. Again, if you don't follow him on Instagram, I think he's at Dan Holloway. He's great. He's super smart. He's starting this trend now called "All politicians are cunts." So everybody, because the all cops are bad thing, the believe all women, you know what I mean? Like these generalities that create that garner interest through social media and all this. He started this hashtag APAC. All politicians are cunts. So now like it's catching on, and like everyone's starting to talk about how like all politicians are cunts. And it's like, this is great.
Awesome.
This is what we need.
That's like the best thing I've ever heard.
We need everyone to realize that all politicians are cunts, because they are, because they suck. And that's how politics are from the very beginning. Like, that is politics. So for all of you people that are out there that are mad and that are angry that Joe Biden's not doing what he said he was going to do, or that Nancy Pelosi is trying to secretly fund a subway system through a COVID bill, and because then she can turn around and say, well, how dare these people vote against this COVID relief bill? Look, it's going to give people $1,400 checks. How can you vote against that? These people are vile. They don't want the American people to have money that they desperately need. Well, it's like, well, they do want the American people to have money, but they just don't want this bill to pay for your subway system. You dumb bitch. Like I feel like if I could follow Nancy, like what would make me happier than anything would be to follow Nancy Pelosi around for one day and just yell at her like everyone yells at Dee in Always Sunny.
Dumb bitch.
Nancy, you goddamn bitch. You stupid bitch. Like all day and just follow her around and just yell at her and call her a stupid bitch. Like that would be a great way to get fundraising, actually. Like if she did like a fundraiser, there you go, Nancy. This is how you fund your subway that you want. You have people bid or donate money to follow you around for an entire day calling you a stupid bitch. You know how much money you would get?
Quite a bit.
You get so much money.
Quite a bit.
Or like a reverse cameo where like people take videos of themselves calling you a goddamn bitch and send it to you, but like they have to pay to do that.
People would do it.
People would do it. I would do it. You goddamn bitch. Yeah, like there you go. There's a great way. Like get creative. Don't fucking try and sneak shit into bills that doesn't have anything to do with it and then turn around and say that the people that vote against it are bad people because they don't want the Americans to have money. It's like, no, you're just a fucking piece of shit and you're a cunt because you're playing politics right now and you're sneaking shit into bills. Stop that. Stop that.
Telling you, bills should have one fucking purpose. That's it.
Yeah, they all bill. There we go. We should start a petition to create a bill that says all bills should be less than 2 pages. All bills need to be less than 2 pages. That's it.
And if it's beyond a middle school reading level, too complicated.
Yeah, and you can't use any font lower than type 11. Because that would be something too. It'd be like, oh, we only have 2 pages. All right, we're gonna write in type font 6. It's like, no, you dumb bitch. You goddamn bitch. It's 11 or 12 or high. 11's the lowest you can go. You get 2 pages. Get your shit in.
2 pages, 16 font.
Or get fucked.
Double spaced.
It's like writing a paper in middle school. Remember you used to do the period trick?
I never did that.
I
didn't waste my time.
You do control find and then make all the periods size 14 and it added like an extra like fucking, I don't know, however many inches to the page and would stretch it out. I used to do that shit all the time. I was like, fuck this. I'm not writing 5 pages. I'll write 3.5 and then do the period trick. And then you cut down your margins. So instead of like 1-inch margins all the way around, you make the margins like 0.95. Because if someone were to take a ruler to that, you can't really tell the difference on a ruler between 1 inch and 0.95 of an inch. I used to do all that bullshit. I was like, fuck this. I'm not writing. I was all about working smarter, not harder. I would take as many shortcuts as I could. Still got A's though. All A's and B's. So get fucked. It worked. We could wrap this up unless you have something else.
I mean, I have my final thought.
Actually, I got one more thing, then we can wrap this up. Texas is open.
Yeah, so is Mississippi.
Yeah.
No one seems to care about Mississippi, though.
No. Yeah, I know, right? Governor Abbott is just released a statement that as of Wednesday the 10th, so it's a week from today, the state will reopen 100% and they will no longer have a mask mandate.
Yeah, that mask mandate must have just been a fucking ceremonial thing anyway.
Yeah, I think there were a lot of people in Texas that didn't give a fuck anyway. But yeah, you're right. Mississippi did the same thing and no one's talking about Mississippi.
Just Texas.
People are only mad because it's Texas.
Well, but I guess in fairness, you look at Mississippi and go, who cares?
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I mean, I could say the same thing about Texas, honestly. It's like I'm
pretty sure it was either Alabama or Mississippi that like actually got like significantly more fucked up from Katrina and no one cared because New Orleans is a major city and they got fucked up. So New Orleans got all the attention, but like the entire state of Mississippi was like destroyed and they didn't get any really like assistance or publicity.
That's because the mayor of New Orleans fucking spent all the money.
Right? Yeah. But it's like that. I remember hearing that somewhere in my travels.
I mean,
and
honestly,
listening.
Mississippi, what do they have? The most obesity in the country, that's one.
Yeah, they have the Mississippi River.
So does every other fucking state.
Yeah, but they have the mouth of the Mississippi River.
And again, what does that do for me?
I don't know. Nothing.
Is there any redeeming quality about Mississippi?
Probably not.
Typically, they're one of the worst.
Jackson City is their capital, or Jackson?
It's just Jackson.
Jackson.
Nico says that's the worst fucking city in the union. It's fucking 4,000 degrees, 1,000% humidity all the time.
And it was just made illegal to lynch someone like last year.
Yeah. Unless it's still legal. I can't remember.
Yeah.
What are the major cities in Mississippi?
I don't know.
They're usually in the bottom of the SEC in football.
Because all the ones I know are in Alabama, like Birmingham, Montgomery, all those, like those are all Alabama. I couldn't name you one city outside of Jackson, Mississippi.
Confederate flag's still a problem there.
Yeah, I would say so.
So seriously, the reason no one cares about Alabama is because Alabama. I can't even fucking remember which state it is. Yeah. Mississippi. The reason no one cares about Mississippi is because there's nothing to care about.
Yeah, no. What's there? There's nothing really there.
I'm gonna Google something.
Biggest cities in Mississippi?
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna Google that.
I'm gonna Google what.
Jesus Christ. So Mississippi cities by population. Number one, Jackson. You know the population of Jackson, Mississippi?
Probably what, 750,000?
166,000 people.
That's not a city. That's barely a city.
Do you know what the second biggest city in Mississippi is? Gulfport with, wait for it, 71,000. I'll give it 72. It's 71.6. So that's 72,000 people in Gulfport. That's their second biggest city. Their third is South Haven with 54,000. And then Hattiesburg and Biloxi both have 45,000.
So I just pulled up. So I Googled, what does Mississippi have to offer? Mississippi bucket list. Everything you need to see in the Magnolia State.
Magnolias. You have to see those.
So I can see those in Georgia. So the only thing with Mississippi, junior college football, quite strong.
So, just...
Oh, I was going to keep going.
Okay, keep going.
Number one, drive along the Mississippi Great River Road. Driving a car. Good.
Yep.
Number two, see the cool cars and hear live music at the annual Cruising the Coast. Cars, music.
Yeah.
I can do that anywhere.
Yeah.
Stop and smell the roses at the All-American Rose Garden. Oh, Hattiesburg, that's a place.
Oh, yeah.
Roses. I don't need to go to Mississippi for roses.
Well, I can see roses anywhere.
Visit the Eudora Welty House and Garden. Pulitzer Prize winning author Eudora Welty wrote The Optimist's Daughter. I've never heard of it. Have a burger and milkshake at Brent's Drugs. Burger and milkshake, huh?
At a pharmacy?
Gonna go to Jackson, Mississippi for that?
Yep.
Or O'Keefe Museum of Art. Lynn Meadows Discovery Center. Dude, these are nothing. See a debate at the Mississippi State Capitol. Your eighth best attraction is the fucking state government?
Yep. Yeah, there's nothing really going on in Mississippi.
Fish the Gulf with a charter. Actually, that's probably pretty fine. If you want to fish,
yeah,
that's probably a good spot to do it.
Yeah.
Eat some shrimp.
I can do that here, thanks.
Live music.
Can also do that here.
Cedar Grove Mansion Inn and Restaurant. Vicksburg, Mississippi. I've heard of that. Oh, that's probably where Mississippi State is.
Oh, yeah.
Spend a night at the South's most elegant antebellum mansions and enjoy the fine southern hospitality.
Wow,
AKA, this used to be a fucking plantation house.
I was going to say, dude, you're not allowed to say antebellum anymore.
Yeah, that was definitely a fucking plantation. Oh,
Yeah.
Mississippi State Fair.
Cool.
There's one of those in Brockton. Elvis Presley. Dude, Elvis Presley's birthplace in the museum. Dude, this birthplace is a fucking shed.
Jesus Christ.
What is that? Fucking 150 square feet?
Probably, yeah. About
It's got a
that.
porch, though. Jesus Christ. This isn't a house. Where are the wheels for this fucking trailer?
Yeah, it's literally a trailer that lost its wheels. That's what we're looking at.
Number 17, avoid ghosts at Windsor Ruins. This actually looks pretty cool.
How was that number 17? Like that could easily be like in the top 3.
Well, remember, we had to have the burger and the shake first.
Yeah, that's true. You can't avoid ghosts on an empty stomach.
Like, that actually looks kind of cool. I don't need to go, but
Yeah.
the house was used as a Union hospital before being burnt down by a careless visitor who dropped their lit cigar. Leaving only 23 standing columns, ghost hunters frequent the grounds. Never mind, not that cool.
Yeah, no, it's not even
So
a
it was
house.
a house that got burnt down. So the ruins is because some guy dropped a cigar. Never mind, not cool. That's why it's 17.
Yeah.
It's fucking dumb as fuck.
Yeah, okay, never mind. Rightfully 17 now.
Learn about farming at the Mississippi Agriculture and Forestry Museum. Nothing happens in Mississippi. If you want to tell me North Dakota isn't a real state, Mississippi definitely isn't a real state.
No. Well, North Dakota's a government conspiracy.
Mississippi, fuck, dude, there is nothing redeeming about Mississippi.
Yeah.
That was a nice tangent off of Texas fucking getting rid of all their things,
Yeah.
regulations.
So hopefully, I mean, Massachusetts, I guarantee Massachusetts will be one of the last.
We'll be bottom 5.
Yeah. We will for sure be bottom
I
5.
assume it'll be us, California, New York, New Jersey, Washington.
Weird, right? Isn't that strange? Weird, yeah.
I'm from Holland. Isn't that weird?
So yeah, that's that. But at least we have some direction that we're heading in. And the hilarious part is like everyone is saying like, well, Texas is going to learn the hard way.
Probably not.
Probably not. No, probably not. Because then everyone like posts these graphs of like COVID cases, and it's like up and down and up and down, and then like starting like January 15th, it like hits its peak, and then since January 15th, it has been a very steep curve. Like if you were to put a protractor on this curve, it would be like a fucking, I don't know, it would be an acute angle. It would be a very acute angle.
Less than 90.
Yes. It'd be a very, very steep fucking line straight down since the middle of January. And everyone's like, Texas is going to learn the hard way. I doubt it.
Doubt it.
Doubt it. And never mind, there's been a bunch of articles that have come out in the last 2 months saying that lockdown protocols really didn't make a difference because every state did something different and they all saw relatively same numbers except for California that was super fucking high and New York that was super fucking high. And weird, California and New York actually locked down the hardest.
Population density, don't rule that out.
Yep.
In fairness.
Yep. So then it's like, all right, yeah, no. Texas is definitely going to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, you know what's going to happen? Anyone that thinks Texas is going to learn the hard way, you're going to fucking learn the hard way.
Yeah.
And actually, you're probably not going to learn because you're going to be too much of an asshole to learn.
Right.
But you'll see. You'll
Yeah.
see when the numbers come out for Texas.
Yep. Nothing is changing.
I'm willing to bet nothing changes.
Yeah. And they actually get to have businesses.
Imagine that.
Imagine having businesses again. Because there's going to be a bunch of fucking idiots around here and morons that eventually, once, things do get lifted, they're still going to walk around with masks. They're still going to ask for certain things like, I need to sit away from, like, there's still going to be those fucking dickheads everywhere.
Yep.
For a long time, too.
Yep. Well, especially in Massachusetts, everyone's fucking soft.
Yeah. People fucking suck here. We missed our opportunity to move to Texas.
That's okay. Just pivot. Everyone moved to Texas, right?
Yeah.
Carolinas don't seem bad, do they?
No, they don't. Carolina's pretty solid. Not a bad spot.
Say, I don't mind Georgia.
Yeah.
Georgia was nice.
Georgia was actually really nice. We were, I think we left
Not today.
1 year ago today. No.
We came back on like the 16th or something.
Okay. So maybe we left on the
No,
10th?
we might have come back. No, I have no clue.
No, we left on the 6th and came back on the 10th, I think. 'Cause
The 13th you stopped working, or 16th you stopped working?
the 16th was the day I stopped working.
And I stopped working the week after.
Yeah. Yep. Happy 1 year anniversary of our 2-week lockdown.
Just 2 weeks, guys.
We just have to flatten the curve, guys. You know, it's fine. Like, this thing is going to be bad. So if we all lock down for 2 weeks, we're just going to flatten the curve and then we can go back to life. It's just 2 weeks, guys.
Just 2 weeks.
It's just 2 weeks.
Give us 2 weeks. We'll flatten the curve.
Everyone can do 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, we'll just flatten the curve.
Yeah. Yeah. We're all in this together. We're just here to flatten the curve. You know, we got to protect the people.
Just here to shoot me in the fucking head.
1 year later. Sick.
Although Johnson & Johnson might have just broke the vaccine process
Yeah.
because they were one shot done.
Yep.
So now the other companies are going to have to fucking pivot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Johnson & Johnson is like it's a traditional vaccine where it's not an mRNA.
And people are like, they're like, oh, well, I don't know. It's only one shot. What the fuck?
Yeah. People are fucking
Fuck do you mean
morons.
it's only if one shot's good, two shots has to be better.
This is fucking people. This is how stupid
If
everyone
one mask is good,
Yeah.
then fucking 7 masks is great.
This is literally why people are fucking morons. Oh, I don't know. It's only one shot. The other thing too is it's like only like 62% efficable, and everyone's like, I don't know. It's only 62% effective rate or whatever, and then people are coming out like, well, it's still way higher than the flu shot. Like the flu shot is only like 20%. Like it only protects against like 20% of the strains.
My thing too is depending on your age, your immune system might be 99% effective.
Exactly.
So if you're already 99 and you need this stupid fucking shot just to like say you fucking have it to do God knows what. I don't know. Again, I don't know what the trade-off's going to be.
Right.
Then who gives a fuck what the efficacy is?
Right. Right.
Whatever.
People are fucking stupid.
I'm fucking stupid.
Yes. Let's wrap this up.
Johnny Golf. Do you hear this?
Johnny Miller?
Johnny Manziel?
Oh shit.
He's given himself 12 years to
I did see that. Yeah.
to make the PGA Tour.
I also didn't know he's 28. I thought he was older than us.
He was drafted in 2014,
Yeah.
which is precisely 2 years younger than me,
Yeah.
which is 2 years after I graduated college.
So that means him and I are the same age.
If you're both 28.
Yeah. I keep forgetting. I automatically age myself to 29 once the new year starts. So I'm like, fuck it. My birthday's in March. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm 29.
What day is it?
Yeah. People are like, oh, how old are you? I'm 29. They're like, when's your birthday? March. They're like, oh, big 30, huh? Now I have to explain this to you.
You'll have to see. You got to work with me. I'm retarded.
Yeah. Like as soon as we get to the new year and someone asks, I'm 29. I automatically age myself.
Yeah, it doesn't have to make sense.
Yeah. Because like, what's the point? What am I going to be like? I'm 29 in 10 months, or I'm 28 in 10 months. Like, no, I'm fucking 29. Like, get fucked.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's 28. He's given himself 12 years to make the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
So reasons why I don't think he can do it is he's not a golfer.
No.
Yet. He says he's like a 0 or a 1. Okay, so you're probably like a 3.
Right.
And that's playing with your buddies. That's not a PGA Tour handicap.
Right.
He is probably 10 shots off of where he needs to be, which probably bumps up to like 14 when you given PGA Tour conditions.
Yeah.
So he's probably about 14 shots off of where he needs to be. Getting there by age 40, frankly, that's old.
Yeah.
There are some young guys out. There's people way younger than him that are way better than him.
Yep.
I think
Colin
age.
Morikawa is 24,
I think age is going to be a problem.
which he might now be my favorite non-Tiger golfer.
To be determined.
It's like Tiger, like
I still like Bruce because he's a fucking dickhead.
well, me too. I think so. My personal top 5.
You should see people cry about fucking Koepka. People like cry that he's like good. It's like,
I love him.
I respect him as winning, but like I don't really like him. Fuck don't be
off.
such a fucking pussy.
Yeah, you're a fucking bitch.
Oh god.
So obviously Tiger is number 1.
Fucking female fans.
But then I would go Morikawa, Bruce, DJ, and Bryson.
Fat man. Yeah. The big golfer.
So yeah, I mean, I don't think he does it either.
No, I don't think it does it. Well, so actually, I'm sorry. Those are a couple reasons why he won't.
Yeah.
Couple reasons why he probably can is I think he made enough money where he borderline has unlimited resources.
Yeah.
I think he's made enough where he probably has the cash to do it.
He comes from a rich family. He comes from an oil family.
Perfect.
That was the whole reason why he fucked everything up, like through college into the pros, because he grew up rich as fuck. So like he got more money and was like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep partying.
Yeah. So I think he has the money to do it. Also, 12 years, that's a long time. Like that's a long time to really commit to your game and maybe pull it off.
So if he gets close enough, say like I know where he would need to get, but you said 14 strokes. Let's say he gets to like 8. If he got to that point, because of who he is, would he be able to get like a sponsor exemption into an event?
This is the only, he can probably get a sponsor exemption into an event. And this is the only problem with, I don't exactly know his goal. Like, is his goal to get his card?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because if it's to get his card, I'm probably saying no.
Yeah.
If it's just to play in some events, I'm saying yes.
Right.
Because he can probably be good enough and get a sponsor's exemption. But that's why, again, I don't know what the goal is.
Yeah.
He's also probably athletic enough to do it. Mm-hmm. Like he probably hits the ball plenty far.
Yeah.
Whatever. Addictive personality.
Don't discount that.
As negative as that is, that can be super helpful in a goal like this.
Yeah.
So he can probably actually commit to doing it. He'll go all in on it. Mm-hmm. And if his addiction is golf and not fucking coke and alcohol, it's probably a huge win for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
The real downside to this whole thing, 12 years, no one's going to care.
Right.
People only care right now.
Right. Yeah, no, that's true.
He's going to be out. Like he has to somehow stay in the spotlight for this to be meaningful. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. My final thought is, which one do I want to go with? I'll do that because last week, I was in Wellesley for one of my work things that I do. So I'm driving through Wellesley, and for those of you that are not from Massachusetts or not from the area, Wellesley is a very, very wealthy part of Massachusetts. So as I'm driving through downtown Wellesley to get to where I need to go, there is a massive sign hanging over, I think, what could have been town hall, like literally covers an entire side of the building. And the sign says, "We think Black Lives Matter." And then there's people.
Is there an asterisk that says our opinions do not reflect? Like,
wait for it. Then there are people on the sidewalks holding signs for like this whatever guy who's running for some office somewhere, and they're out there, and then like someone walks by and they're just taking pictures. Like they're taking selfies. Like people are like, cozied up next to each other, taking selfies behind this sign. And then, there's people across the street, like doing their whole thing, but everyone keeps taking pictures of themselves. So it's like, are you guys here to support the person who's running for office? Or are you here to just take 1,000 pictures of yourself holding a sign to make it look like you're helping this person. Like, you have to let everyone know that you're helping this person. Like, I don't understand. Why are you taking so many pictures? I sat at a red light to turn, and the entire time there was probably 4 different people. Yeah, there was someone on like each corner, and they were all taking pictures of themselves with someone on the street holding the sign. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, one picture is fine. Like, if you want to make like a collage, this person wants to be like, look at all the people that support me. Like, cool, I can see that. But it was like multiple different pictures, and then that person would walk away. Then they'd take another selfie of themselves. It's like, what are you doing? Why so many pictures? Either way. So it got me to thinking. I'm sitting there at the red light, and I'm like, where the fuck am I right now? This is like I entered the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, it's Fantasyland.
There's a giant fucking, like a building-sized banner. Like that. When I say giant, like I mean like it literally, you can't see one entire side of the building.
Who the fuck even prints that?
I don't even know.
Like fucking Chris's father-in-law ain't printing that.
Is it like it's
bigger than his fucking office.
It's like a boat sail. Like someone like painted over like a boat sail and like hung it on the side of a building. We think Black Lives Matter. And then you got all these people living in La La Land taking pictures of themselves, holding up signs for people. So I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? Where is this place?
I love that it says we think too.
Yes. Yep. That was important. I made sure I wrote that down. So for those of you that are like, yeah, whatever. What is the point here? Well, here's my point. Thanks to datausa.io, this website provides all necessary information about the town of Wellesley.
Oh, this is going to be, I know where you're going with this. This is going to be good.
The population of Wellesley is 29,201. The median age in Wellesley is 35.6 years old.
That's moderately young, I think.
Yeah, it's moderately young. The median, this is where things start to get very, very fun for me. The median property value in Wellesley, Massachusetts. Do you want to take a guess at what the median property value is?
Median 600.
$1.09 million.
Median?
Is the median. The median property value in Wellesley, Massachusetts. $1.09 million, thanks to datausa.io again. Do you want to know what the median household income is in Wellesley, Massachusetts?
Households, median 300.
$189,000.
Median household?
Median household income is $189,000.
Really?
Yep.
How the fuck do you get from 190 to whatever? Don't care.
Yeah, I don't know. Now, do you want to know what the poverty rate is in Wellesley, Massachusetts?
Negligible.
4%. Hold on. I need to Google this because I need to know this. The nationwide poverty rate average is 10.5%.
Less than half.
In 2019. This was as of 2019. In 2018, it was 11.8%. So it was roughly 12. So it's gone from roughly 12 to roughly 11. The poverty rate in Wellesley, Massachusetts is 4%, whereas the national average is almost 11. So, couldn't you see my bewilderment of a building-sized banner that says, "We think Black Lives Matter," and, oh, by the way, that's right, all of the people that were out holding signs and taking pictures and walking on the street getting their picture taken?
Young and white.
Young and white. Yeah, that's true too. I forgot that part. That's important. Can you see my bewilderment at all of this that's going on when these are the statistics of Wellesley, Massachusetts? And then maybe you're like, well, you know, maybe they have a population that's different. Well, thanks to datausa.io, I have that information available. The 3 largest ethnic groups in Wellesley, Massachusetts. Number 1, white, non-Hispanic.
Ooh, gotta cancel that.
22.6 thousand people. Remember, there's only, I gotta scroll back to the top, there's only 29,000 people that live in Wellesley.
Yeah, it's like 77% white.
22.6% are white. Number 2.
Not percent.
Oh, yeah, 22.6 thousand.
It's 77.5%
Yes.
white.
Number 2. Asian, non-Hispanic. 3,500 people.
11.9%.
Number 3. White. Hispanic. 1,000 people.
So if we take white Hispanic and white non-Hispanic, 81%.
How do you think Hispanic people feel about being called white right now, the way the world is? So then you might be saying, well, come on, there's got to be more. Well, you know what number 4 is? Multiracial, non-Hispanic.
Yep.
829.
2.84%.
Yep. So then, finally, we get to black or African American, non-Hispanic. In a town of 29,000 people, there are 708. 708.
Wait, 3 digits?
Yes. Black people that live in Wellesley, Massachusetts. With your median property value of 1.09, your median household income of 189,000, your poverty rate of 4%, your building size sign that says "We believe Black Lives Matter," and all of these people that are out frolicking in the middle of the streets taking selfies of themselves. There are 708 black people that live in Wellesley, Massachusetts.
So I'm on the same website because I was just getting the percentages. It says NANK % of the people in Wellesley, Mass speak a non-English language. Does that mean none? Like NA not available? Not something?
I don't know.
I have a feeling that NANK is like a default percentage for there is none.
What tab are you under?
One all the way to the left.
It's
about.
It looks.
It's under about.
Oh, about.
About. The 5 largest ethnic groups in Wellesley, Mass.
Yep. Oh, NANK % of the people.
Like, you know how like when you type in on Excel and it's a sheet with the answers here, it's like div 0%.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking this is.
Yeah, I think that's true. So NANK % of the people in Wellesley speak a non-English language.
I'm thinking that's literally 0 or a number that's not significant to count. Mm-hmm. So it's like fucking 3.
Yeah.
People total.
The home ownership rate in Wellesley is 82.1%. The average car ownership in Wellesley, Massachusetts is 2 cars per household. So I don't understand.
But remember, they think Black Lives Matter, but they've never really seen many of them, so they don't actually know.
Yeah. This is the type of shit. I feel like Wellesley, Massachusetts is the perfect example of these fucking idiots that live in their own little worlds and their own little echo chambers. And I know we've talked about this 1,000,000,001 times, but here's 1,000,000,002. By you being a white person saying that it's your responsibility to, do something about the disparities of minorities, what you're actually kind of saying is racist. You're kind of saying that you don't think they are strong enough to do it on their own, so you need a superior white person to do it for them. Kind of in a roundabout way, a little bit what you're saying. And I think you're a piece of shit. I think most people that live in Wellesley, Massachusetts are pieces of shit. Not all. I didn't say all. I'm sure there's some fine people that live there. But I'd be willing to bet that most people that live in Wellesley are pieces of shit and live in this little fake world that they think exists. And I bet those were the people that were shocked when Donald Trump won in 2016. Those are the type of people that live there. because they think they're smarter than everybody else and they have all the answers, and what they do is right. And everything they do is good. And they cannot do wrong because they care. They're caring. They're good people. They care. Have you seen the size of our banner that says we think Black Lives Matter? Obviously we care.
We think.
We think Black Lives Matter. Yeah. Yeah. They're great people. So, town of Wellesley, Massachusetts, you can unpolitely go fuck yourself. That is how I feel about you. So, that is my rant over. So, that is going to do it for us today. Folks, it is nice to be back in front of a microphone and a camera. It's been a while. So thank you for watching. If you're on YouTube, click the thumbs up button and subscribe. Tell everybody you know about the show. Thank you for listening wherever you're at. Make sure you subscribe on whatever podcast streaming service you're using. If you're on the iTunes store, make sure you give us 5 stars and write a review. Big ups to mybookie.com. We're coming up on March Madness here. So if you're going to be betting on any college basketball, make sure you go to mybookie.com. You sign up using our promo code SarcasmPod. They will match your deposit for 50% up to $1,000. And they'll toss in a nice little free play in there too. You can follow us on Instagram at SarcasmSpeaksPod. You can find us on the Twitter sphere at Sarcasm_speaks. And in the Facebook world, we are Sarcasm Speaks. So until next time, good night.